Hey, hello and welcome my dear students. How have you been? All my dear third standard boys and girls, welcome once again in the science lecture. I hope that you are sitting with all your books, pencils, water bottle and the needed stuff in this lecture. This is Rohan sir welcoming you once again in the science lecture, and I even hope that you have watched the previous lecture of science and have done the needed work. And did you send it to your follow-up teachers? I hope you did it. Yes, I know that it might be Monday, so you might be like in the mood of, still Sunday is going on and so on. But the work and the show must go on. You never have to stop that. Yes, after Sunday, again, you should be rejuvenated and watch the lectures properly. So, my dear little champs, now I hope that you all are ready and set. You know that what have we done in the previous lecture? Hold on. What have we done in the previous lecture? We have done few objectives, right? But from the extra material from which I revised and discussed again chapter number 10, measurement, correct? So today what are we going to do? Today also we are going to do the revision of the same chapter, but today we are going to do the revision from the textbook which we have done long back when I explained you chapter 10. Oh, now then I explained you 3 and 4 other chapters, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So it's long gone and you might have forgotten few words, few keywords, or I should say few answers. So again it's the time to revise the textual theory part which we solved long back when for the first time when I sent you the explanation video. Now as you have revised the topics, keywords and you have added up to the knowledge, it might be very much easy for you to solve the textual exercise questions, as we have even solved objective type questions from the extra materials. So I hope that the objective type question from the extra material added up to your knowledge and was very much useful, was beneficial, or I should say was productive for you. Now let's get started and let's solve the textual exercise from the textbook obviously. So those who are having the textbook, they might have written the answer already for the first time when we were solving. So please don't take it out. Yes, if you have not written the answers in the textbook, then you can take out the textbook and you can solve it in the textbook itself. So the benefit will be you will be having the questions printed. But if you have already solved the answers, please don't open the textbook. Just try to write the answers by looking at the questions from the screen in your rough book. I hope I am making each and everything very much clear. So let's get started with the lecture, with the interesting lecture where we are going to solve textbook exercise after a long time. So people, as you can see, this is your textbook, right? Chapter number 10, measurement, and the revision of which is already done. But I still am not satisfied. So before solving, I should say, the textual objectives, I want to just read the summary. So let's read the summary points and then we will start with the exercise. So summary points are: we need to measure the different things such as length, weight, capacity and time in our daily life. Length is measured in meters and centimeters. So meter is for the long measurement, centimeter for the small ones. Remember, which is used for the long, big, high and low. So these two are the units for the length. Mass is measured in kilograms and grams. Again, kilograms is used for the heavy weight measurement, grams for the light weight measurements. Capacity is measured in the liters and milliliters. Again, liters bigger than the milliliters. And time is measured in the seconds. No, time is not only measured in the seconds. It is written here, but time can be measured either in the seconds, or we can say in the minutes or hours. Yes, it can also be measured by the days and the years. From how long you have been at your home, since 1 year you can say. So it can be measured in the years, but here we will keep seconds, minutes and hours for your knowledge. So I hope that these summary points were useful to you and you will be able to solve the exercise now easily. Again, here the question starts from the question 1, objective type question. So students, in your rough book, give the heading Textual Exercise Chapter 10. I hope that you have started giving the heading. If not, then please start it. And please do not miss out to write today's date, which is very much important, because the day wise and the date wise you are sending the work is being noted down by your follow-up teachers. So I hope that you have given the heading. Why did I ask you to write textual exercise? Because previously, in the previous lecture, what we have done is extra work from the extra theory part. Okay, I hope that you have given the heading. Now, in the first line, you can write question 1, objective type questions. Yes, that is what is written on the screen. Okay, now my students might have become faster in writing skills because they are writing since many months from the online classes. Yes, initially it was difficult, but now as the time passed, I hope that you have practiced a lot. Okay, so let's get started. Question A, just write question A, FB. Yes, you can write short forms as we are revising it. We are not writing it in the fair book. So yes, you can write the short forms as question A, FB. So now the method is going to be same. I will read the question, will give you the hint wherever and whenever required, and definitely I'll start the countdown and I'll give you the time to solve each question. You will get the answer to check your answers on the screen later when one question is solved. So this is the method which we have been applying in all the lectures and we are going to apply in this lecture too. Let's get started. Question A, fill in the blanks. Options are given in the brackets as you can see here in each blank. So let's start. Number 1. Dash is the common unit of measuring length. Dash is the common unit for measuring the length. Meter or kilogram. Yes, select anyone. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay, I hope you have written the answer. You will get the answer as soon as you solve all these 5 questions. Moving on to the next question, number 2. Dash of a container is the amount of liquid it can hold. Is it capacity or mass? Read the question. Dash of a container is the amount of liquid it can hold. Is it capacity or is it mass? What is it of container? Yes, try to think about the answer. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay, I hope you have written the answer 2. And please do not break the sequence. Write it in the way I am reading the question, one after the other. You are getting sufficient enough time to read the question and think about the answer from the given options. Okay, moving to number 3. Smaller masses are measured in dash. Grams or kilograms. Smaller masses, not big, smaller. Okay, so try to think about the correct answer. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Yes, directly moving on to the next question. Question 4. A dash is a fixed quantity that is used as a standard measurement. Is it a cubit or unit? A dash is the fixed quantity. So from the first half part of the question itself, you need to understand what are they indicating. Anyways, your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Now moving on towards the last question, and then you're going to get the answer for all these 5 questions. Question 5 is, we use a dash to find the mass of an object. So to find the mass of an object, what do we use? Beam balance or ruler? Again, it is very easy if you think properly. You recall the things we have discussed. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay, so boys and girls, be ready to check your answer. Now I'm going to write the answer one by one. Dash is the common unit of measuring the length. Measuring the length, can it happen in kilogram? No, it's for the weight measurement. Meter is for the length. So meter is the answer. Okay, the next is, dash of a container is the amount of liquid it can hold. So capacity is the answer. We can see the capacity of container through how much liquid it can hold. So capacity is the answer. I hope you have written the same answer. If not, then change your answer. That is the reason why am I writing the answer on the screen. Number 3, smaller masses are measured in. Like I said that kilogram is used for the weight, for the mass measurement. But kilogram and gram, these both are the unit for measuring the mass. Now the question is, smaller mass, that means lighter weight, is measured in grams, not kilograms. Grams is the answer. Very heavy weights are measured in kilograms. Okay, a dash is the fixed quantity. Obviously, unit is the fixed quantity. Cubit is the measurement taken using the body part. So unit is the fixed quantity. And the last one, we use a dash to find out the mass of an object. We use beam balance, right? So beam balance is the answer. I'll write it a bit upside because here there is no space for me. So we use a beam balance to find out the mass of an object, and even I showed you the picture of electrical, that means updated weight machine and beam balance, which was used typically in the ancient times, or I should say since ancient times. Okay, so I hope that you have written the same answer for all the questions and you have checked your answer. Now let's move towards the next question of the same main question 1, question B. Write T for the true and F for the false statements. So here comes true and false, which is very much favorite of all the students I know, because it's too easy to read the statement, recall the data we had discussed, and to write whether it is true or false. Sometimes it's very difficult and it's puzzling, right? Whenever the statements are such twisted. Anyways, I hope that you have given the heading. If not, please give it. Question B, true or false. Just write this much. I hope that you have given the heading true or false. Now again you have to just write the answer, not the question. Yes, questions I'll read. You will have the time to read it along with me. Then you are having the extra time when I start the countdown to write the answer. So let's get started. Number 1. A measuring cylinder is used to measure the amount of liquid. Is it so? Measuring cylinder is the instrument used to measure the amount of liquid. If yes, then you can write true, or else you can write false. Your time starts now. Think about it. Read the statement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay. So I hope that you have written the answer for question 1. And I hope that before thinking and writing about the answer, you read the statement twice. Number 2, the container that can hold more liquid has less capacity. The container that can hold more liquid has the less capacity. What could be the answer? Come on, think fast. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. I hope you have written whether it is true or false. Yes, you might be thinking that's why sir is not writing the answer. You know that after completing all these 5 questions, I will write the answer as I did in the previous question. Moving towards the next question, which is number 3. The unit of measuring time is grams. Think about it. This is very easy. I can't even give you the hint, otherwise you will come to know. So your time starts now. Think about it, whether it's true or false. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay. Now moving on quickly towards the next question, number 4. I hope that you are writing the answer in the sequence. Number 4. Longer lengths are measured in centimeters. So longer lengths are measured in centimeters or in meters. These are the 2 units for the lengths. That's why I'm giving you the option. Your time starts now. Try to think about the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay. Now the last question for question B, that's number 5. Question is, measurements made using the body parts are different for different people. Very easy statement to understand and obviously so very easy to be answered. So think about it. Here I am going to give you less time. Try to think about the answer. 4, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, now is the time for you to check your answers. I am going to write the answer for all the questions one by one, explaining it to you. Number 1 is, a measuring cylinder is used to measure the amount of liquid. Yes, it's absolutely true statement. So you had to write either T or true. This statement is true. Yes, measuring cylinder is an instrument using which you can measure the amount of liquid, because the measurements are written on the cup, on the mug, on the jug, whatever you say. Number 2, the container that can hold more liquid has less capacity. Oh, what is this? Container which can hold more liquid obviously might be having more capacity. Container holding less liquid, amount of liquid, has the less capacity. It does not go inversely, right? So this statement is false, because here they are saying that container holding more liquid has less capacity. No, that's not possible. Okay, I hope that you are even checking your answers. Number 3, the unit of measuring time is grams. Again, false statement. First, let me write the answer. Why is this the false statement? If you want to measure the time, will you measure it in the gram? I am going to reach to school at 1 gram. No, that's not possible. So this statement is false. The measurement, the unit for the time is either seconds, hours or minutes, right? So this answer is, or this statement is incorrect. Next question is number 4. Longer lengths are measured in centimeters. No, that is again false. So let me write it down here. Students, don't miss out to check your answers. Please check your answers properly. See, longer lengths are not measured in centimeters, they are measured in meters. Okay, last one. Measurements made using the body parts are different for different people. Is it so? Yes, it is true. That's why later we have introduced the standard measuring units, because previously when people used to measure it with their body parts, for different people different measurements used to come. Obviously your hand, my hand, your leg, my legs, sizes are different. So these are the answers. I hope that you were checking, you were correcting your answers, and you were even understanding why the statement is true or false, if it is true or false respectively. Now moving on towards the next question. Here students, we are just going to solve 5 questions for today. So I hope you are ready to solve these 5 questions of MCQ. Give the heading question C, MCQ. M.C.Q. Multiple choice questions. Okay, I hope that you have given the heading, and it is needless to say that you have to leave 2 lines for each new heading, or you can select or start with the new page. Number 1, which of the following units do we use to measure the time? Students, you have to just write the answer and proper option. So which of the following units do we use to measure the time? Option A, meter, option B, second, option C, liter, or option D, cubit. Choose proper answer and just write the answer. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay, I suppose you should have finished writing the answer now. So I'll give the answer on the spot. Second is the answer. Yes, if there would be minutes or hours written, also could be the correct answer. But here second is the correct answer, because only second is used. No liter, cubit or meter is used for the time. Number 2, people in the early times measured the lengths by using. Options are their handspan, a ruler, a measuring tape, or a measuring cylinder. So people in the early times, now they used to measure using what? Options I already read. You have the time. Try to choose the correct answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay, so here what would be the correct answer? Their handspan. Yes, cubit is also there, foot span is there, but only the handspan here is the correct option, because rest of them are the instruments used nowadays. Number 3, which unit do we use to measure the amount of liquid a container can hold? So what is the unit we use for the liquid? Meter, hour, liter or gram? Again, it's very easy. When I was explaining you this chapter, I explained you about the milkman visiting to your house in the morning. So I gave you the example. Try to think about it. Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So what could be the correct answer? Liter. Meter is for the height, hour is for the time, gram is for the weight. So liter is the correct answer. Second last question for the day. Which instrument do we use to measure mass? To measure mass. Options are A. Beam balance, B. Measuring cylinder, C. Measuring cup, or is it D. Measuring tape? Your time starts now. Try to think about the answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So for measuring the mass, obviously we use beam balance. The last question, which instrument do we use to measure time? Measuring cylinder, ruler, clock or measuring tape. For the time, remember, your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. So students, you all know, always the last question I give it to you in the homework. Let's see how many of you will solve this and send it to me for the correction. So send it to me as soon as possible. You can even send it to your follow-up teachers properly, whatever work you have done, so that they can mark your name in the regular homework sending students. So have a nice day. Take care. Goodbye.